Hi, welcome. This is Dr. John DeMartini. This is one of the most amazing and inspiring shows that you can listen into. If you want to be on the edge of your seats, if you want to open up your heart, if you want to expand your mind, and you want to meet incredible people, stay tuned because you're just about to experience a transformative radio show that will change your life. And you're listening to the Dr. Pat Show that's coming up right next.
The following audio is via a Skype call.
Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. Talk radio to thrive by. Powerful, inspiring, and coming to you live, bringing you stories of people like you and me, busting through and living life full out. Get ready to dare to wonder what your life would be like if you knew you could not fail.
Hey, everybody. Whoa. Firing it up here. Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. For those of you that were tuning in before, welcome back. I'm going to tell you guys right out front that our toll-free number, you're going to want to write it down. You're going to want to call in early for the show today because John G. Sutton is joining me here today. Psychic World with John G. Sutton. Infinite possibilities within the psychic world is what we're talking about. And so we want to make sure you all have infinite possibilities calling in, getting a sense of what it's like to get a reading from this amazing, amazing individual who not only has rewritten the book on psychic phenomena, but is somebody that is so world known for his accuracy. I've heard him now more times than I can imagine, and I just don't know how he does it. Well, I do know he's psychic. So for those of you today that want to get in the queue early, I would welcome you to do that now. 1-800-930-2819 for live on-air reading with John G. Sutton. He's talking to me here today, our resident psychic clairvoyant of PsychicWorld.net. He has written many books on paranormal and supernatural subjects. Among his best-selling, are Psychic Touch. But beyond that, if you've ever heard him, phenomenal stories. He is a poet. He is a musician. He inspires, and it is so fun having him on the show. So he's also the host of Psychic World Radio, which you're going to hear a lot more about. Today, I get to talk with him about clairvoyance. We get to talk about what is that? What's going on the planet right now? What are the infinite possibilities in the psychic world that we live in now? Why are so many people talking about intuition right now? Why is the world changing, and how can we be part of this? Can clairvoyance really see the future? And if so, what does that actually mean for the concept of free will? This and much more. To get a reading live on air, we're going to be taking your calls throughout the show today. I am going to encourage all of you, the sooner you dial that phone, the better. We'll make sure we move through this for you. 1-800-930-2819. John G. Sutton in the house. John, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dr. Pat. It's great to be with you again, and I'm still very honoured to be on your show again. I do hope people are going to phone in and give me a chance to demonstrate my clairvoyant ability. People say to me, well, what is this clairvoyance? What does it really mean? The simple meaning is it's somebody who has clear vision, somebody who can see. I believe that this is a gift that is with many people. Often you'll hear the telephone ring and think, well, that's my Auntie Eva. And you pick the phone up and there it is. How do you know that? Because you are in tune with the universe. Your higher self has got a vision that you only have to listen to that. I call it listen to the silent voice, yeah? Mm-hmm. And just see the vision. And you will be in tune yourself. You posed a very good question during the introduction. Why are people tuning into their own intuition? Yeah? Well, because we're effectively being awakened. We are in the age of Aquarius. This is the time when our minds are developing, and the third eye, everybody is opening their third eye. And the fact that scientific materialism says that this is not correct, the problem that you've got with that is that the scientists cannot replicate this in a laboratory. I accept that. I mean, there were some scientists that did try it. One of them was J.B. Rhine, who did a series of tests on extrasensory perception. extrasensory perception, it is in effect clairvoyance. That's the ability to see. They use things called Zener cards. Have you heard this?
No, tell me.
Well, Zener cards, well, they have a series of like wavy lines and stars and squares and circles, and they put these, and you're supposed to tune in so you can see, because you can't see them, but you're supposed to see them clairvoyantly, and you predict the sequence of the Zener cards. Some people were particularly adept at doing that, as J.B. Ryan discovered. I must say I haven't really spent a great deal of time looking at cards like that, because I spend more of my time looking at people's lives. And that's what people want to know about. They want to know about, what is going to happen, if I take this path. And that's what a clairvoyant should be doing. And the predictions should be tuning in to the individual and saying, I see that ahead this is going to happen. And the real test is over a period of time. Because if you're getting it right over a period of time, people will come back to you, and word will get round, and people will say, yes, this clairvoyant is accurate. Some of the clairvoyant readings that I've given, and I always say that they are clairvoyant, although at times one is using mediumship, because there is a deal of interaction with the spirit realm, because there are different dimensions. And I believe that clairvoyance exists in another dimension, a sixth dimension, so that we're actually switching between dimensions, so that although I'm operating in the material world, in the 5 dimensions, the right side of my mind, the clairvoyant side of my mind, is operating in another dimension, which operates through, they call it the bicameral mind. The left side of the brain operates the materialistic. The right side of the brain is the dreamer. And the right side of my brain certainly does seem to know how to dream. As you said, I write poetry. Let me tell you about writing poetry. It's not something that I sit there and I think, I'm going to write a poem. That doesn't happen. It's 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm walking wide awake, and I have the poem virtually fully formed in my mind, and I have to get up and transcribe it. So I would say that, in effectively writing poetry, a lot of it is written in another dimension by spirit guides who are coming in to give me information, to give me guidance, to give me inspiration. Because, and the true sense of the term inspiration, it means that one is inspired, that one is drawing in like a breath. It comes into your body, and you are inspired. You must be inspired yourself. I mean, look what you've created here, Dr. Pan. It's an inspired network. It's getting bigger, is it not?
It's taken on a life of its own, and I want to talk to you about that, because you and I were chatting before the break. I'm one of these people, John, and I'd love to talk about this for a little bit. I saw my first, let's call them ghosts, when I was 10 years old. And as a matter of fact, so much so, I thought they were so real. I had come home sick from school, and I was the only one home, and I walked in, and this was in the Bronx, and we lived in these homes that didn't have any windows. There was a front and a back, and my dad used to lock all the doors from the inside, all the windows. And I walked in one day to the basement, that's where we went in the house. And there I saw a family, a man with a hat, a woman with a summer dress, and a young child. And I remember this like it was yesterday, and they were all kind of a brownish color, right, like a brown color. I didn't see them in color. And so what happened for me was, I got so scared I ran out, called the police, and the police gathered by the house and got in, and nobody saw anything. And, of course, as a child, I was punished for that. So,
yeah, you would be.
So I want to ask this question. As children, John, are we more receptive? And, what are we doing to really foster the youth, our children growing up? How did that happen for you?
Well, William Wordsworth summed it up quite succinctly in his poem Intimations on Immortality, in which he said, shades of the prison house grow around the boy. By that he means that slowly we will become indoctrinated into a materialistic society and become alienated from the true nature.
Yeah.
Because as a child, we can see quite clearly. I remember very well that I would be probably about 5 or 6, and my parents were extremely strict. They had some idea that you had to go to bed at 6 o'clock at night. Whether it was sunshine or raining, you went to bed at 6 and you stayed in your room. You can imagine being full of energy. And I used to look at the wall, and we had little flower patterns, and whatever inspired me to do it, I don't know, but I started to count the flowers, and I must have done what I got up to, but I was counting these flowers, looking at these flowers, and suddenly I was in a different world. I'd moved dimensions. I was in a different time and place, and it was an incredible experience, because instead of being 5 or 6 years old, I became a mature man who was directing the building of what I now know to be the pyramids. So whether or not I was an architect in ancient Egypt, I certainly appeared to be. And when I tried to explain this to my parents, who were Catholic,
yeah, mine too.
The result was not what you might expect.
Wow.
It was very difficult, yeah. But if anybody wants to call in today and have a word with me, I will do my best to.
Well, we got the line filled here, John. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to go to the phones. And for those of you that I see that are trying to call in, just be patient with us. When we come back from break, we're going to go right to the phones. But I want you all to know, if you want to have a complete session with John, oh my gosh, if you've ever listened to his show and have done any work with him at all, it is going to blow you away. You can go to psychicworld.net. Go to psychicworld.net. That's where you're going to find out a lot about John. We're also going to make sure that later on in the day you're going to be able to find out more about him, what he does with ghosts, too. So for those of you waiting on the line, trust me, when we come back, we're going right to the phones. John G. Sutton is in the house. Psychic World Radio is what he does. Psychic phenomena, connecting all of us, is what he is about. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the show.
The preceding audio was via a Skype call.
Transformation Talk Radio's amazing hosts span from the Pacific to the Atlantic coast. With a world full of loyal fans, what's stopping you from joining our clan? Bring your powerful message to listening ears. We've been helping people do this for many years. Want to make a difference? We can help you out. Just give us at Transformation Talk Radio a shout. It's easy to get started with an email so small to host at transformationtalkradio.com, and then we'll give you a call.
Tired of traditional talk? People pontificating about this or that, the left or the right. Sometimes the truth is just all lost in the noise. Tune in each week to Straight Talk with Chuck Gallagher on TransformationTalkRadio.com, Mondays at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, as nationally known guests talk about what's important to you, your life, your concerns, and your success. Tune in and turn on to Straight Talk with Chuck Gallagher. Visit ChuckGallagher.com for more information.
Listen to the Yo Andrew News Talk Show every Tuesday night at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. More info where to listen? www.yoandrewnts.com/listen. Don't get your message lost in the mail. Email us with this address, yoandrew@yoandrewnts.com. How about tweet Yo Andrew at AndrewTweetGeo? Taking a picture is easy. Instagram us today at YoAndrewNTS.
Tune in to The Truth is Funny with Colette Steffen each Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This hit show will have you thinking outside the box and riding the wave of infinite potential. Join Colette on the Higher Self Network, inspiring listeners to shine their brilliance and ensure success while roaring with laughter as they recognize the humor of the giant cosmic joke. Visit thetruthisfunny.com.
Wondering how to play the game of life and actually win? Stop wondering and start winning the game of life with the unique, incomparable Lynn Brown. Lynn takes everyday aspects of life and infuses them with the magic of soul and passion to help others. She wants to help you next. Lynn offers a myriad of spiritual healing, from chakra clearing, aura healing, to even corporate and business readings. Bring your game face and visit letter R, letter U, intuit.com or call 844 letter B, Intuit.
Tune in to The Jen Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on Transformationtalkradio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jen is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit jenroyster.com for more information.
The following audio is via a Skype call.
Hey, everybody. I want to welcome you. John G. Sutton is in the house. Go to psychicworld.net. Right now, John, we're going to go right to the phones. Mr. Benny.
All right, we'll take Frankie calling in from California.
Hi, Frankie. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hi. How can we help you today? John's here.
I'm calling to ask about whether I should continue with this relationship that I've been in for 2 years, 2.5 years.
Okay, can you hear me, Frankie?
Yes.
You can hear me okay, right. This is a man, yeah?
Yes.
This is a man that you're having a relationship with here. But I feel that this is a married man. I feel that he is at the end of that relationship, but he is still tied into it. Does that make some sense to you?
Yes, it does.
And now I absolutely feel that he has not specifically spelt out his plans, which is hence one of the reasons that you're phoning in today. You want to know what his plans are, yeah? But what he is intending to do is to move on from that in a peaceable manner, because he has to deal with a lady that's quite avaricious, quite greedy, quite materialistic. I believe that you're a very spiritual, kind, caring and compassionate individual. I think that he's found himself in a relationship with a lady who isn't, who is absolutely intent on getting her pound of flesh. You may not be fully aware of that. Are you aware of any of the circumstances surrounding this gentleman?
I'm not aware of that because I don't ask questions.
All right, but after 2 years, you must have a feeling for this, yeah? So what is going to happen? Well, he's going to deal with it. I feel that he is taking steps to get some proper advice, and I do feel that there will be eventually an amicable settlement of that, and it will enable him to move on. Is he just slightly younger than you?
He's 2 years younger.
Mm.
As I say, just slightly younger than you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has he written any books or intellectual pamphlets?
I don't know if he's written. He's bright.
He's an academic, this man. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is an academic, and I believe that he teaches. Does that make sense?
It does. He speaks. He lectures.
He lectures. That's teaching. Yeah. Okay. Give me a break here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But you want to know what he wants from you, Frankie. What he wants from you is passion, and he wants love, and he wants that sense of being needed. But I feel that he is a very how can I put it? An adventurous lover. Does that make some sense?
Mm. Yes, it does.
But when I talk about being adventurous, it's an adult adventure, isn't it? And you are particularly compassionate and caring about looking after his specific needs there. But I know that he is going to be back. I know that this year you get an answer. I feel that he is talking about a change of location. That will, in a way, involve you. I know that California, you live in California. Has he had links at all to Los Angeles that you know of?
Has he had what? I'm sorry.
Does he have links to Los Angeles?
Yes, he does.
Because I feel there's going to be a location around Los Angeles, but the area, I think it's just outside Los Angeles. Do you know a place called Santa Monica?
Yes.
It's somewhere near Santa Monica. I can see a beach. Do you know this beach?
I do, yes.
Yeah, Santa Monica, isn't that like a pier or pier or something? Santa Monica?
It's really close to the water, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. That's all right. There's going to be a connection to Santa Monica ahead. You'll find that this man does express his love to you. I feel that he has told you that he loves you. Tell me I'm right.
Yes, he has.
Well, Frankie, believe him.
Yeah.
Don't press him. Just give him time. He will sort this out. My vision for you is that this man tells you his direction and he gives you the insight into his plans. And I believe that he keeps sending you text messages, although he leaves it a little bit of time, which must be frustrating. But don't worry, he will connect and he will tell you the truth. And I feel that he is to be trusted. So go with this, Frankie, and enjoy it. I hope that makes some sense.
Yeah, Frankie, there you go.
It's amazing.
I know that's John. John's amazing. Thank you, Frankie. Thanks for calling in. If you want to find out more amazing things about John, make sure, what we're doing here today is a short preview of what John's like when you sit down with him, when you work with him. He works with people all over the world. The best way for you to get that scheduled, a full session with him, and Frankie, I'd encourage you to do it, is go to psychicworld.net and get a hold of John and sit down. And, having this kind of experience with John is, I'm telling you, it's life-changing, transformative. Mr. Benny, who's next?
We will stay up north here, and we'll take Margo calling in from Bellevue. Margo, welcome to the show.
Hi, Margo.
Hi. Hi there. Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, look, if you have your radio on, just turn it down, would you? Just so we don't get an echo. I think we got it. How can we help you today?
So, after the last call, I think I want to ask him if there's a love interest coming into my life anytime soon.
Margo, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Margo, give me a second here. Yeah. The one thing that you've got a problem with, Margo, is you keep looking back. Are you with me? Does that make some sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you mustn't look back. Close that door. If you can close that door, then you're going to be able to move forward. But I feel that there's an X that keeps appearing in your mind, and you've got to close. You've got to stop that. Can you do that, Margo?
I've been trying.
You're not trying hard enough. Let me tell you that. Because I feel that this X is the one that's holding you back. It's like trying to move forward with your foot on the brake. If you can accept that motoring analogy. So you're attempting to press the accelerator, but your left foot slammed hard on the brake. You're not going anywhere until you can stop that. And I keep hearing this name, Paul or Paulie. Does that make any sense to you?
No.
Right, okay. Well, you asked me, is the love interest coming in? There is a love interest coming in. It's not from the past. It is in the future, and it is going to be the name of Paul or Polly. Do you live anywhere near the sea?
Yeah.
Because I can see...
I can't.
I can't hear you.
Go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Can you speak up a little bit?
Do you live near the sea, yeah? Because I can see...
I live in Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay. As you can understand, I'm in England.
Yeah.
All I've got is I've got psychic vision here of the side of the sea and looking out to the sea, and I'm hearing the name Paul, and I know that you've got to stop looking back, and I know that you're going forward here, yeah? And I can hear something about 2 children, yeah? Does that mean anything to you, Margo?
I have 2 children.
Yeah, 2 children. But you love these children very dearly, and they're very close to the mum. Tell me I'm right.
Right.
Yeah. You keep putting your children first, and it's right, Margo, that you do that, yeah? But they want to see their mum happy, you know? And there's been a lot of time when there's been nothing but tears around you. Tell me I'm right.
You're right.
Yeah, don't cry anymore, Margo, because the future for you is going to be absolutely brilliant. By the time we get to December, you've managed to stop looking back, and you are moving forward. And I'm still hearing this name, Paulie, yeah? And I do feel that this is quite a tall man. You like tall men, don't you, Margo?
I do. I do, yes.
Yeah, because I feel that this is a tall man. Paulie is going to be about 6'1", yeah?
Okay.
And he has a boat. He has an interest in a boat, and I feel that he works in the financial industry. I feel that he works in the financial industry, and his connection is not necessarily with Seattle. I feel his connection is going to be more to do with Washington.
Wow.
Washington.
Oh,
and
interesting.
Do you spend some time in Washington, Margo?
I live in Washington.
Oh, well, there we go.
John's from England. Yeah, he's not familiar with so he's clearly giving you psychic connection information, Mark.
I love it. This is great.
Because I can see Washington around you, yeah?
Right.
And I know this might sound, but have you recently been driving down Pennsylvania Avenue?
Oh,
tell me.
I don't live in Washington, D.C. I live in Washington State.
You live in Washington State. Okay, but you're going to see that this man, yeah? This man, Paulie, yeah? It has got something to do with Central Washington, and he is going down Pennsylvania Avenue somewhere near where he works, and you will be meeting him there. Let me tell you that, yeah?
Wow.
Okay.
And Margo, this is extremely good for you. You ever think about flowers as well, don't you, Margo?
Do I think about flowers?
You have a thing about flowers.
Oh, I do have a thing about flowers, yes.
You definitely do have a thing about flowers. But do you particularly like yellow flowers?
Yes.
Because I can see yellow flowers, yeah? And also I see something to do with somebody giving you an orchid, yeah?
Wow.
A beautiful orchid as a present. So watch out for this. It's round about December. Before we get to Christmas, you've connected. Put the past behind you. Move forward. Get your foot off the brake.
Yeah.
Go forward at your own pace. Take it steady. Don't look back. The children want you to be happy. I know that. And also, I can see something to do with a bird. It looks like a parakeet. Do you have any memories as a child of going to somebody's house that had a pet bird?
Yes.
Because they're with you now.
Wow.
They're with you now, and they're saying, "Come on, girl, stop this crying." Yeah.
Wow.
Stop this crying.
Wow.
And if you look back in your family, yeah, there's some link to Scotland.
Yes, there is.
Do you know that, Margo?
Well,
and I'll tell you where.
Not very clearly, but I've just been told that there's some Scottish in our lineage. But thank you so much.
Well, I guess you're going to find out more about that now, aren't you? Going to check into that now. All right. Well, look, if you want to follow up with John, I think he's got lots more to say. I wish the show was 2 hours. Margo, go ahead and contact him directly. Thank you so much for calling in. Mr. Benny, I think we should go to break. We got a bunch of people waiting to talk to John. For those of you out there, you want to connect with John, go to psychicworld.net. Go ahead and do it. When we come back, we'll be going right to the phones. We're talking about clairvoyance. What is it? Is that like the name of your great aunt, or is it something that each of us can experience? Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The preceding audio was via a Skype call.
There's a great hunger in this world for new lines of thought, because everywhere you look, they say that joy can just be bought. So please come and set aside some time to relax from frenetic. Transform your life. It takes a while, but results are magnetic. We aim to grasp the best in life and track the ways we grew. The how, the why, the what, wherefore, all this we share and do. But every now and then, we hope that you will share right back. Transformation Talk Radio wants you to hop on track. So calling all hosts, tall and small, of every size and hue, there's nobody we'd rather have to tell your tale than you. And if you have a tale to tell of how your life is changing, we'd love to hear you on the line. Say how you're rearranging. So run, don't walk, to call us now. We'll set you up and show you how.
Hi, this is Dr. Pat. Join our radio family. Send us an email, host@transformationtalkradio.com, or call 1-800-930-2819. Host your own show. Let us help you bring your voice to the world.
Get sophisticated with David and Philip Zarza. David and Philip touch on topics such as human potential, spirituality, pop culture, and purposeful living. Experience an insightful reading from David on what the universe has in store for you, or reconnect with a departed loved one. Philip can look into an issue or anything else you may be dealing with. Go to getsophisticated.com. That's SOPHISTIGAYTED.com, or call 206-420-8660.
Sky Siegel co-hosts one of today's most popular psychic shows, Angels and Answers, with Artie Hoffman, as she communicates healing messages from the spirit world. These messages can be astounding, enlightening, and life-changing. Born with the God-given talent of inner guidance and the amazing ability to heal, Sky has healed thousands of people. Schedule a reading with Sky now. Call 908-500-1474 and visit skyofangels.com.
Laura Longley is on a mission to remove stuckness from your life for good and replace it with happiness. Tune in Mondays at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, and Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com for The Laura Longley Show, where authentic change takes flight. Say yes to that inspired you and goodbye to your stuckness as Laura and her guests deliver powerful ways to work through common problems in this fun and unique hit show.
Holistic Medical Center is where you find it all. A healthy space with doctors who care, see, and listen to the whole you. Hi, this is Dr. Darvish. If you have not found an answer to your chronic symptoms, you will find answers here at Holistic Medical Center. Our doctors find the root cause of your symptoms and guide your body towards healing naturally. We transform lives from within. Visit drdarvish.com or call 425-451-0404.
The following audio is via a Skype call.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. John G. Sutton's in the house. PsychicWorld.net. Go to it. Sign up. Get yourself a complete session with John. You're just, I know all of you are kind of saying the same thing. You're like, oh, my gosh, this is like blowing me away. Well, can you imagine spending like more than 5 minutes with John, what your life might be like? It is so cool. Not only that, you know, he is masterfully world known for his experience and his expertise in talking and looking at and the realization of ghosts. John, you know, you live in the world of ghosts, too. How's that working for you?
Yeah, well, I'm a very haunted man. But I don't haunt people myself. I have written a book on this, actually. And people can get this on Amazon.com or Amazon anywhere. It's called Do You Believe in Ghosts? It was ostensibly aimed at the younger reader, but anybody can get it. In fact, I've got a copy in front of me here. And part of it deals with the scientific secrets of ghost hunting. Because as I said at the start, the scientific establishment, the materialistic-minded scientists do not accept that there are such things as discarnate entities. Believe me, if they just opened their mind, then they would believe. My very good friend, the late Professor Joel Cooper, said, there are things you have to believe in to see. Now, you don't have to believe in electronic temperature gauges to see that there's been a change in the temperature. And what I frequently do when I do public demonstrations is I have an electronic device that shoots a laser beam, and it tells you the temperature on the receiving end of the laser beam. So I give it to somebody in the front of the audience and say, when I motion, you point that directly at me and watch the temperature drop, because the spirit world operate on a very cold vibration. So when I know that I've got a spirit with me, I point to them and they shoot the laser beam directly at my chest, and the temperature will drop maybe 4, 5, 6 degrees.
Whoa.
Because now that, in my opinion, is a scientific experiment, because we are showing that there is a definite change that can be seen, it can be recorded, and it can be replicated. I don't know what James Randi would say about that.
But,
I'd probably say I was fixing it. I got a fridge under my jacket.
You know, anything to, you know, it's really interesting. We live in this world where I think ghosts, more than any other phenomena, are so well accepted universally. You know what I'm saying? Ghost, spirit, orbs, whatever you call them. We have many names for them, right? I mean, why would that movie Poltergeist be such a smashing, crazy hit? I mean, even today, John, when I watched that original Poltergeist movie, and then when you hear what happened to the actors from that movie, I think 2 of them passed away. I can't even remember now. I mean, you start to really wonder, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I've heard things about that poltergeist thing. I mean, I have encountered poltergeists. In fact, one of the scariest things that ever happened to me, and a lot of scary things have, was when I was just 18, and I was foolish enough with a group of other soldiers in Germany to mess around with a Ouija board. People, don't touch them. Don't touch Ouija boards. It's like opening your front door, your back door, and allowing anybody passing to walk in.
Yeah,
who are they? I mean, if you've been around New York, as I have, then you wouldn't want them wandering in, believe me. But you're doing that by playing with the Ouija. Very dangerous. I found out it destroyed one of the rooms when I was doing this Ouija board, completely and utterly trashed it. From that point on, the barrack rooms where we lived was haunted. I agree, not many people could experience this. I could. There was a guy about 5 or 6 doors down the corridor. He could, but everybody else just slept through it. But I was seeing headless ghosts, hearing footsteps, banging and clattering. It was horrendous for me.
Man.
And,
well,
that's what happens when you mess with Ouija boards.
I did it once, John. I did a Ouija board once, and I got to tell you, I wish I would have known you then, because it was an experience that I tell you I wouldn't want to have again. Mr. Benny, let's go to the phone.
Sure, we'll take, looks like Maria calling in from Seattle. Maria, welcome to the show.
Hey, Maria. Hi, how can
Hi.
we help you today?
Well, hi, John. Thank you very much. I'm just wondering if you can see when I might meet my soulmate.
Soulmate?
Maria, the concept of soulmates, Are you aware what you're asking for?
Yes. My twin flame, something very different than other relationships that I would have had up until now.
Well, you've had a few very damaging relationships, I feel. But what you're suggesting is that you're going to meet the person who is on your path of destiny. Now, soul groups are people who have been alive at different times in the history, and they are reincarnated into this world, and that you're part of a soul group. Your soul group might be 10,000 strong, and within that soul group of people who have incarnated at the same time in previous history, will be one who you have had a very close relationship with. That individual could in the past have been your son, could have been your mother, could have been your lover, and you're seeking that person out in the world. the way that you'll know this is that as soon as you meet, you will instantly know that you've seen this person before, although you may never actually have it in the physical sense of that, but you will know that there is a connection that extends beyond anything that you've experienced up to that point in time. And that is when you've found your true soulmate, and it lasts forever. And it will last beyond this world into infinity.
Wow.
So that is how you will find your soulmate. Maria, I do feel that you are going to connect with one that is desperately seeking their soulmate, and this is going to be a meeting that will last forever for you. And I do feel that you are going to meet. I feel it's later this year. It may even be into January. Is it particularly cold where you live in January?
In January, sure.
I mean, it's not particularly cold in England in January. It gets a bit cold, but I feel that there's going to be let me tell you what I see. I see a very particularly cold week, a very, very cold week, yeah? And you are going to meet somebody whose car, you're just going to be going along a street where there's somebody whose car is covered in snow and ice, yeah? And that is the connection, yeah?
Wow.
You're going to look at this person, and you will know that they are absolutely the one for you. Yeah, Maria, just give me a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you had an affinity with Italy in the past? Have you had any thoughts of Italy? Because I feel that you have incarnated in Italy in the past.
Possibly. I don't have anything current connection. I haven't. Not that I've known that I've been there.
No, all right, but I feel that in the past, yeah, there's been an incarnation in Italy, and the place in Italy that I feel is Sicily. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Sicily. The land of many, many cultures.
Is it really? I just what I hear, and as I'm looking at your name here, which I've written down, I feel that you've been incarnated. So I feel that this person dates from that time, which would have been perhaps 200 years ago when you last reincarnated. But that is going to be your soulmate. That is going to be your destiny path, and you're going to meet them on a very cold day. And they will be defrosting or trying to get the car. You mustn't, once again, as with the previous caller, you think, I'm never going to have a loving relationship. But believe me, Maria, you are. Yeah? You are.
Wonderful.
And also, Maria, do you sing?
Do I sing?
Yeah, do you sing?
Just to myself.
Because the spirits love to hear you singing.
Okay.
The spirits love to hear you singing. And the name that I'm hearing as I'm speaking to you is Jim or James. Do you know a Jim or James in the spirit world?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Because there's somebody, and they're saying to me, Jim, James, Jim, yeah? And I know that Jim means James, yeah? So there's going to be some connection with a Jim or James, and I'm hearing that from the spirit world. It's the voice that's telling me that you're going to connect with this. He may look slightly Italian. Very dark hair, yeah? Very, very, very dark hair, but of rugged good looks. You like men who have got rugged good looks, don't you, Maria?
I like rugged, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
hey, Maria,
better than clean cut.
Yeah, I got a question for you. Do you ski?
I'm sorry?
Do you ski?
No, I don't ski.
It's fascinating because as John's talking to you, all I can see is snow. And I don't know what that's about.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, and he saw snow on the car, so maybe there's really a connection there.
Wow.
There is going to be, Maria. You are going to find your lover. I feel it's later this year, probably early next year, January. It's a very cold day. You are going to connect. Don't look back. The time is right.
Yeah.
Believe in this. Move forward, and you're going to have a wonderful new year. Believe me.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you. Wow, that's exciting. Very exciting. Okay, look, we still have a couple people. John, let's go to the phone. Mr. Benny, who do we have next?
Sure, we'll take Renee calling in from Seattle.
Hey, Renee, how can we help you?
Hi,
how can John help?
Well, I've had several things happening in the place that I live. In the middle of the night, my thermostat was turned on, and I woke up to a burning smell because my heat has not been on for a long time. And I've had things move, and I'm wondering who's doing this.
Wow.
Okay, Renee. Yeah. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can.
All right, Renee. Also, I feel that have you noticed lights going on and off?
Not lately. I've had in the past, but not lately.
I feel that this has been building up over a period of months. Yeah.
Yes.
And I feel that you are becoming sensitive, Renee. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Have you done any work with healing, helping other people?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. What you're doing here is the spirit world are trying to tell you that you should be tuning in, and they're giving you signs. They're trying to tell you, look at me, look at me. They're there, but you're not quite seeing them. And if you would just tune in and allow yourself to take on board this healing power that they're giving you. I don't know if you ever considered studying Reiki. Have you done that?
I took an introduction to it, but I've never taken Reiki.
Ah.
But you have done an introduction to this?
Yes, I have.
Mm-hmm. Well, Reiki is a form of channeling a healing power, yeah? And you are being guided towards channeling a healing power. This isn't a negative force that's in there. This is a very positive force. And I hear the name of Margaret.
Okay.
I hear the name of Margaret, who may have been called...
That's
your grandmother.
Uh-huh.
That's your grandmother's name, yeah? Mm-hmm. She is with you, and she too had this gift. Do you know that?
I didn't know that. I knew she was intuitive and she did see spirits, but I didn't know that she had that healing gift.
Wow, yeah.
But she had the healing gift, she had the psychic side, and she told you a little bit about this. She told you a little bit about this.
Uh-huh.
She did when you were younger, yeah. In your family, does somebody have her ring?
I do.
Yeah. Because I'm being tell me I'm psychic or what? Yeah, they're showing me this ring and saying, hold this ring, yeah?
Oh, wow.
It's the key to the power. It's Margaret that's there, and she's guiding you towards a future where you help and heal people. And I also feel that you should do work with people who are physically handicapped.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you thought about doing that as a profession?
Mm-hmm. Well, I have in the past.
Oh. Wow.
The doors are opened. You're being shown this.
Yeah.
You'll see the lights flickering on and off. You're going to be given a series of signs, which they are giving you. She's trying to tell you that this is your doorway to success in the future. And also, I hear another name. Do you know the name of Michael?
On this side?
Yes.
I have a brother named Michael.
Yeah, Margaret's talking about Michael, yeah? Has Michael been suffering from headaches?
He has in the past, yes.
Uh-huh. What you've got to do, Margaret, you can heal it. Margaret's saying you can heal him, yeah?
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Margaret's saying you can heal him. I know it sounds mad, but when I put your hands at the side of his head, you don't need to touch his head. Put your hands at the side of his head, concentrate, and he will feel the power, and he will have no more migraines, because they were migraines, weren't they?
Yeah, he had migraines, yep.
Wow. Wow, Renee, wow, thank you. You know, John, Renee, I think you might want to spend more time with John than we have here on the show, because this is, it sounds like a lot of information is coming through. Renee, are you good to go for the moment?
And she unfortunately dropped off. She had to get scooting. So we take one more caller, if that's all right?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right,
Who do we have, Betty?
Yeah, Karen is joining us from North Seattle.
Hi, Karen.
Hello there, Pat. Hi, John.
How are you? How can we help you today?
Well, I'm so excited to get on. Well, I have a wonderful boyfriend of 4 years, and he's kind of dragging his feet, and I don't know if that's a forever drag or if we're right around the corner. So I was wondering what John could see.
Okay, John, is it a forever drag or what?
No. It's not forever, but Karen, you've got to sit him down and talk to him about the plans. Have you and him talked about going to a place called Las Vegas?
He has gone to Las Vegas. I have never been.
He's going to take you to Las Vegas, let me tell you that, yeah? Because I'm not familiar, I've not been myself, but he's going to take you to Las Vegas. Does he play poker?
Oh, yeah. You pegged him.
You're going to be bored out your skull, Karen, yeah? You're going to be bored out your skull. You're going to be sitting there watching this guy playing poker. But believe me, he's good at it, yeah?
Yes, he is.
He's got a real poker face. So when you ask him to tell you, do you love me? He's going to put his poker face on. But he really does love you, Karen, yeah?
That's funny.
Oh, good.
He really does love you. He's not dragging his heels indefinitely. And he is going to take you to Vegas. And I believe that when you're in Vegas, he is going to say, look, this is the plan, that we're going to get married. And eventually you two will do that, yeah? Has he had a previous relationship, yeah, Karen, that held him back?
I believe so. His ex-wife did something. She ran off with his brother.
Oh!
So,
yeah.
I think there's a little block there, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there would be, wouldn't there?
Yeah.
So Karen, what you've got to do is you've got to accept that this man has had his problems. He's starting to trust you now. That's absolutely the right way. He's taking his time. He's not rushing at this. Trust this man.
Yeah.
When you get to Las Vegas, believe me, you'll be standing near that place. I don't call it the pyramid, a big pyramid I can see, and he's going to tell you the truth. But you're going to be watching him playing poker.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you know what? Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, Karen.
Well, okay. All right. Thank you guys so much.
You bet, Karen. Have a good one. Wow, John, the hour has gone by so quickly. Thanks, Karen. John, tell folks a little bit about your site. Tell folks how they can sign up to get have a complete session with you. For those of you listening, I know you've been blown away today. PsychicWorld.net. John, tell folks the best way for folks to schedule a session with you.
Well, I use Skype. I found that works really well. I mean, we're using that today for the connection between the UK and Seattle and yourself. People can get me through my website, PsychicWorld.net, and on there there's booking forms. You just tell me what time you want to speak to me, and I'll be delighted to do that. If you want to do it by telephone or if you want to do it by Skype, great for me, yeah? And I'll do my very best to help you. I see and I hear and I give as I get. And it might not be scientifically testable, but if you want to see some of my credentials, all you've got to do is look on Amazon or type my name into Google, John G. Sutton. I've been around doing this professionally for 30 years.
Well, and they got to hear how absolutely, I got to say, bone-chilling accurate you are.
Well, I got some good information there, and I'm pleased.
Yeah, you got some juices flowing, John. You got it going. Thank you, John, for a great show. Thank you so much. I got one last question for you. What's your personal message? What do you want to leave everybody with today?
Just believe in the power of love and believe in the angels, because believe me, the angels believe in you.
Oh, I love it. John G. Sutton, everybody, please go to PsychicWorld.net. Check it out. You're going to be hearing a lot more from him. He is a regular with us on Transformation Talk Radio. John, amazing. Thank you all for tuning us in, turning us on, and remember, my personal message today is think confident, think thriving, and live epically. We'll see you next time on the show.
preceding audio was via a Skype call.